Hello, Virgo. It's umomgtarot, and this is your How They Feel About You Now tarot card reading. So this could pertain to any person. It could be a friend, family member, a relationship of any kind. So let's have a look at the tarot and see how they feel about you now. How do they feel about Virgo now? How does the person Virgo's thinking about feel about them now? How does that person feel about them now? Now I have shuffled the Golden Universal, but it came to my mind that maybe I should get to their headspace first. Like, what's their vibe when they're, feeling about you, when they articulate how they feel about you. What's their filter? All right, and their first planetary filter, I believe, is Mercury, communication. They're thinking about communication, how you think, how you communicate, write, talk, and travel. So they're thinking about the how of the communication. If they were to have that communication with you, they're thinking about the communication style that you guys had. Maybe there were some words that were exchanged, They're thinking about that, whether the words were good or bad, heartbreaking, aggravating. They're thinking about the communication style with you. Was it a thing? Did you guys have trouble? Like, did they always misinterpret what you meant? Or vice versa? Did they always do this thing where you're like, can you not do that? And they're like, well, I don't mean like that. Well, and you were a bicker bunch. They're thinking about your communication. They are, personal transformation. We have Pluto. And this is your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. They're wondering how you're doing, man. They're wondering if you've changed, if you're bigger, if you're better than before. Wondering about that. I wonder why. Their headspace is like thinking bigger themes. Thinking how we used to communicate. I don't know, like how, when. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we're good at that. I don't know if I could do that. Maybe I could, but it would be complicated and depending on where you are. What they would be thinking about is how well you're doing. How are you doing? Have you changed a lot? Is your life completely different now? That's where the headspace is. Then we have the moon, and this is your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. This person, Virgo, is really sensitive about this. They're subconscious. Can't stop thinking about it. So there's possibly some dreaming, some inner emotions, suppressed thoughts and emotions as it relates to you. This person could be completely different. This person could just be thinking about your last communication. Okay, so now I know I've shuffled these, so I'm going to go on your first card. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse. The Tower. The Three of Swords. And the Lovers. Alright, Virgo. This person has some epic themes about how they feel about you. But it's very complicated here. It's quite the cinematic masterpiece. We have the Page of Pentacles, and I feel like this person thinks that there is just no good opportunity to extend an olive branch or to reach out with an opportunity. I feel like how they think about you, feel about you, if they're being practical about it. So because you're the earth sign, it would give me the impression that they're trying to think practically from your perspective, and perhaps they don't see the opportunity. They don't see an opportunity presenting itself for them to, either speak to you or communicate with you or offer you something, or like any type of interaction. I feel like they maybe are waiting for an opportunity, but an opportunity hasn't presented itself. Maybe they're not even going out of their way to find an opportunity, but like they're just idling. If it presents itself, then they'll take it to communicate with you. Okay, they have some regrets. They have some regrets for the harshness of their actions, perhaps in ways that they were selfish in the past, in the ways that they maybe have said something vulgar or really mean to you. the Five of Swords has them thinking about rethinking their actions and having some regrets about what they did, their part in things, even if they were faced with a situation where it was kill or be killed, or like maybe you did something to them, so they did something to you. This person is just exhibiting that they are regretful for their actions in a situation where maybe they felt like they had to act like that way. So only you guys individually know what that means, but at least there's a little bit of regret there. Then we have the Five of Tower. You can tell this was a tumultuous situation. It was a big event, so it may stand out in your mind. The Tower is associated with Mars, and this connects us with confusion, like boldness, people having the audacity and having the aggression at the same time, irritation, being courageous. It's about somebody who's about that action, and it's also that action can be very fiery. So it's very tumultuous when that fire gets out of control, and that's what you see with the Tower. Only it's happening to the foundation of something that you knew to be there regularly. So this is like relationships you depend on to be there, and it just tumbling down because that person's not there anymore. This is you losing all your home, losing your suddenly, shockingly losing something that is of such value, a possession or just a lifestyle, just things dramatically changing all of a sudden. I would say when somebody gets canceled, that's a Tower moment in their life. Okay, so then we have the Three of Swords. I feel like this person, this person may have caused a lot of pain. They may have been regretful. I feel like this person may have walked away from you or had daggers for you and someone else, because we see a third party situation, right? So this person may just have a lot of resentment because two people walked away from them. Maybe it was a group of you that maybe it's two friends that said, okay, we're going to cut our losses and ditch the dud, and you were the dud, and then you said, well, you know what, your mother, and like you regret that. You feel bad, even though like bun them, but you still feel bad. Because you really like their mothers. But no, this is more complex. It feels like there was an opportunity that may have been offered or maybe not taken, and the two walked away with that opportunity, and maybe it all came crashing down, and the whole dynamic between the three, never the same. But in terms of relationships, it feels like somebody who's regretful about their actions and making everything blow up and go up in flames. Whether it was like 30% their fault or 50% their fault or 70% fault. We know that there's a third party situation, and that doesn't necessarily mean deception. It doesn't necessarily mean that somebody was cheating. It could mean that, but it could also mean that there's just another person involved, and it was all disappointing because the three people could not get along, and there was sadness and disappointment and hurt. Maybe if it was one person who knew two people, and the two people were fighting, and then it was like, okay, now I can't hang out with you while I'm with this, and like just whatever the complication is, it ruined the whole flow of the dynamic, what it was before. And there are regrets, obviously regrets. This reminds me of somebody who's quick to cut people off. But yeah, that Tower energy was a loud one for all parties. And this person lays awake thinking about it. They think about that whole third party situation, the sadness, the regret, the hurt, the disappointment, and maybe even the harsh effects that it has had on them since it happened. A little self-reflection, right? Personal transformation. Are you over it? Are you past that? How has it affected you in your life? Can you trust people? I don't know, but that's on the brain when they think about you. And then we have the Two of, what am I saying two of? That's a little Freudian slip, because it does kind of remind me of the Two of Cups, but this is the Lovers. These are soulmates right here. That's why I feel. Okay, so this person does have that. Close it off with being like, ultimately I conclude that this person is like my soulmate. Even if I never see them again, even if I never talk to them again, I feel like the impact that they've had on my life has forever left an imprint and affected the trajectory of my life anyway, in some small way. Like maybe even the way that I try to approach job interviews. I take the tips that I learned from this person because randomly they taught me this technique. Or I find them embedded in little aspects of my life, and it helps me more than it hurts me. And I realize the value of this relationship. But to be so close to it, I may destroy it into oblivion, because I don't know what comes over me. But they do feel that connection. They do feel that soulmate connection, and I feel like that personal transformation maybe is as a result of like maybe a lot of personal realizations over an extended period of time. Who knows how long you guys have been apart, not talking, but you'll feel this connection to them if you guys are soulmates. And yeah, And yeah, that's how they feel, y'all. They feel some deepness. They feel like, yo, things fell apart and whatnot. But that invisible string, there's hurt feelings. There's a lot of swords. There's hurt feelings and there's drama. But, you know, they feel the connection. They felt the connection. They feel the connection. And that's some subconscious, otherworldly stuff, right? That's some psychic stuff. That's some moon-based stuff, right? Okay, so that is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, share the video. And if you'd like your own personal reading, check out the description. There's a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.